And we're in. Feels great to be back. Take a little vacation, get yourself straightened out, and you come back and find out you really missed gaming. Not shocking when your machine created for gaming, but still, it's great to be back. So when we last left off, if I remember correctly, we had successfully gotten our little Sharknadoes and were testing them in an event. What event was that? Well, it was in the Pumpkin Moon event / evasion. And we did pretty good because we have our spooky armor. Let me take this off real quick. There we go. We have our spooky armor, which we're going to try out, see how it works. Golfer. Oh yeah, some NPCs perished. It was unfortunate, but it happened. But now we have spooky armor. So I figured, let's take this to the max. There's an event I have yet to do. Well, I think I did it once at the beginning, but I haven't gone back to, mainly because it's the definition of optional. So we will be tackling, drumroll please, the Old One's army. That's right, it is now at max power considering how late we are in the game. Or should be, you can't confirm. And we'll be taking that on. Now I'm going to add a special rule. I guess I'll just leave this in my inventory for now. I'm going to do a special rule of no turrets, or summonable turrets, whatever you want to call them. For two reasons. One, I don't have the medals, I never farmed them. That's only part of it. The main reason being, I really want to see these Sharknadoes get an actual full try. Now, are we going to die? Probably. Are we going to fail? Most definitely. But I want to see the true power of these things in motion. And you might say, well, didn't you just do it with Pumpkin Moon? Yes, I did. But that's kind of also hard to judge because of how often I perished. Whereas in this event, it's one and done. If I perish, then there's no second try. So it'll be a nice way to really test out the power of these suckers. And honestly, I need a reason to do the Old One's army. So one thing I did want to do, we have this new die. You know what? It looks cool. The tornadoes look cool. So with all that being said, not really going to be a long one. We're just going to take on the Old One's army, and if we perish, we perish. So with that being said, let's just get to our arena we built. That's right, we are not going back to our old arena. It is currently a Duke Fishron arena. Instead, we have this beauty. Yeah, it doesn't look the best, don't get me wrong. It's also kind of small, kind of did on purpose for the Sharknadoes. But I want to test out using Gem Block or Gem Spark and painting it. It doesn't look bad. It has potential, but yeah, we have everything set up. We have our campfires, heart statue, bass statue, our little honey, because, we need honey. And yeah, I'm not going to waste any time. It's going to work. If we need more space, we could build more. I just want a nice, simple arena to test out the Sharknado in full. Because honestly, this is kind of what the Sharknado was created for. The enemies are bunched up, they're slow, and yeah, we're going to use buffs, obviously. Let me open up my bag. And why waste time? Let's just get straight to it. Buff up. And I guess I got to re-summon my Sharknadoes now. Again, I don't know if they patched this, but before, if you added external buffs, you had to re-summon your Sharknadoes a few times. Or whatever summon you were using. With that being said, let's do this. The Old One's army approaches. We don't have to worry about the mana, because we just want to test out the Sharknadoes. Alright, doing good. But again, I know they're going to do good. I just want to see what happens when we're swarmed. Kind of like this. And yeah, they do wreck. Granted, that was never a question, and some of my Sharknadoes are attacking the wrong person. What fun. Alright, keep it up. Keep it up, Sharknadoes. And you're just completely missing. Do I need to hover? Oh, first wave down. A lot easier than I thought it would be. And if I remember correctly, you can now speed it. I think I speed it up. And we just got a bunny kite. Cool. I forgot kites were in the game. Something else I'm going to have to collect. Speed up, please. I guess we just wait over here. Alright, wave 1 of 7 done. And that's without ballistas or whatever your chosen summon is. Kind of depends on the class you play or whatever you feel like. But again, we are here to test out the Sharknado. And so far, pretty good. Pretty good. This setup is, I guess, made for events, but it's nice to know that summoners have options now. You have single target damage, you have AoE damage, you have whatever you want to call anything else. You can go all in on the whip, you can go all in on the summon. You can hybrid. Would you look at that? Got a little swarmed, but mostly because of flyers. Take a little bit, there we go. You can't speed it up. Come on, let's do this. I'm not expecting to go far. I really am not. Okay, more flying enemies. They are incredibly annoying no matter if you're doing this event properly or not. So when I'm not doing it properly, you can understand how bad this is. But still, Sharknado's doing a great job. The problem with Sharknadoes are, well, kind of indirect. They kind of just fire madly and hope to hit something. So if there's a lot of things to hit, or a large enough target to hit, ow. Okay, take a lot of damage. Great. We need that. We love that. Did we get the honey? Careful. Careful. And I think we're good. Nope, it's taking damage. We are down to, ow, half health. Only taking about 200 damage. Not bad. Heal up. We don't have to speed up, but still halfway through. Under special conditions. Alright, next, please. What do we have? More bombers. Not good. Got to protect our little crystal. Because how this works, I don't know. It's like we have to charge up the crystal, and that's what some of these creatures, I don't know the lore. Not even going to try to pretend to know the lore, but that's what makes the most sense to me. Alright, take out the flyers. And there's a boss. I forgot they spawn on the last wave so early. And, okay, take care of the aerials. Take care of the boss. Okay, the boss is going down, but the crystal is as well. I knew this would happen. And we died. Honestly, I made it further than I thought I would without any bonuses. So that was pretty on par for I thought would happen, but to be fair, I thought I was going to fail a lot sooner. So Sharknadoes, you have proven your worth. You really have. Yep, there it goes. We have failed. I like the background, not gonna lie. And flyer kite. Alright, do we get any consolation prize? Nope. I figured as much, but again, I wanted to challenge myself because I really wanted to see how the Sharknadoes worked, and you know what? They work very well. Which I did kind of already know from the Pumpkin Moon, but remember, it's always best to test not once, but multiple times to make sure you get the same results. At least that's how I like to do things. As I sit here, I wonder, why didn't I do anything about that leak? Oh look, we got a medal for our trouble. I only need 100 more for a weapon and 500 more for an armor set. But that's pretty much what I thought was going to happen. But you know what? Not gonna lie, I do like the Sharknadoes. Do I see why they're weak? Absolutely. Not even gonna pretend that they're not weak. In certain circumstances, they're weak because of how they choose to fire their projectiles, not necessarily the summon itself. It just misses a lot, which is why I need a big target or a lot of targets. So, it's great to be back. Sorry I had to take some time off, but I had to, reformat my system and make sure everything was operational, which, hey, guess what? We were able to get back to operational status. And it's a good thing I took my break like I should have. Otherwise, well, let's just say I could have ended up inoperable, and that would have sucked. So, going forward, I want to take this time to address Terraria. I do love this game. It's now going to leave my channel, don't worry about that. But the collector's run we've been doing is starting to stagnate a little bit. And you might be asking why. Well, simply put, we can go fight the final boss. And we're choosing not to. So of course it's going to stagnate. I mean, you can only spend so much time collecting because, well, for instance, the Eye of Cthulhu. There's one item we need from Eye of Cthulhu. but it has a very, very, very low chance to drop. So yes, collecting it is on the menu. The problem is, it's going to take forever. Let's say I have to kill 100 eyes to get it. Yeah, that's going to take a couple nights just because how long it takes to defeat a Eye of Cthulhu. Even if you're super powerful, you're not going to get through more than 100 a night, if you're lucky. And I'm talking about with Zenith at full power. And of course, all the little individual blocks you gotta get. I mean, there's a lot to do when it comes to collecting, which, don't get me wrong, this is collectors. I will collect everything. But I also need to keep the series going, moving forward, otherwise, it's gonna lose interest. So for the plan going forward, I'm going to do a little bit of building. I'm getting sick of the buildings around my home. Don't get me wrong, I like the base of this, but yeah, I'm starting to get sick of this. If it was my usual hotels, quote unquote, then I wouldn't mind so much if they're serving their purpose. But I said I would build homes, and so far, I haven't really lived up to that. Now, to be fair, building homes is not my special, and gotta get out of here. It is not my specialty. I'm not good at it, and I never claimed to be. But I did say I would try my best to build some proper homes. And so I figured I was going to start with the ocean. You may remember a couple episodes ago, I started work on a boat to put right out here for the sake of, well, theming. Yeah, cute little bunny. And I have not forgotten that. So I think the next episode or two, we're going to be trying to upgrade some of our houses. Not all of them, some. And then after that, we'll be switching classes once again to our true class, which is guns. I'm not even going to lie, it's guns. Not going to play around. We started with guns, we're going to end with guns. Because that's what the Mechanist is, a gunman. So we'll be switching that up. Not really much to switch up, but there's a little bit. Then we'll be taking on, I believe we still have to fight the Empress of Light. So that's going to be fun and a headache or two for an episode or two. And then I guess we'll move on to Moonlord, and after that, probably give the Collector series a little bit of a break, and move on to a new special playthrough. So yeah, that's all coming later. For now, I do hope you enjoyed the video, and next time, let's do a little bit of building. We're going to build a boat, we're going to build a dock, we're going to build some homes. Thank you, Tornadoes. You were strong. Well, that was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed playing. And if you did, please consider hitting the like button and impacting the subscribe button. It'll help out in the long run. With all that being said, this has been The Mechanist, logging off. Until next time.